On April 12, 2011, HTC's market value surpassed Nokia's, making it the third largest phone manufacturer globally. Yet, within a decade, HTC's market share plummeted to less than 0.05%. How did this pioneering smartphone giant fall so dramatically? HTC's rise to prominence. Founded in 1997 by Chair Wang and H.T. Cho in Taipei, Taiwan, HTC, short for High-Tech Computer Corporation, began as a manufacturer of notebook computers. By 1998, the company shifted focus to developing some of the first touch and wireless handheld devices. HTC's early success was largely attributed to its role as an original design manufacturer, ODM, producing devices for companies like HP and Palm. Notably, HTC manufactured the HP iPAQ and the Palm Trio 650, both of which were significant in the early 2000s. In 2008, HTC made a groundbreaking move by releasing the HTC Dream, also known as the T-Mobile G1, the first smartphone powered by Google's Android operating system. This device marked a pivotal moment in smartphone history, offering an alternative to the dominant Apple iPhone and BlackBerry devices. The HTC Dream featured a slide-out keyboard and a trackball, catering to users seeking a tactile experience alongside a touch interface. The following year, in 2009, HTC introduced the HTC Hero, which debuted the HTC Sense interface. This customizable skin enhanced the user experience, allowing for greater personalization and intuitive navigation.
With HTC Hero, it's easy to catch up with your friends. Let's check in on Joseph Miller. Right away, you see the different ways to get in touch. You also see his home address, and you can personalize the ringtone for calls from Joseph. But the cool thing is that all your text conversations and email exchanges with Joseph are all in one place. It doesn't even matter if Joseph sent you an email to your personal or your work account. With HTC Hero, you don't have to jump from one application to another to see all of your discussions. You can see Facebook updates without logging into Facebook. You can even see Joseph's photo albums on Facebook or Flickr without opening your browser.
The HTC Hero received critical acclaim and solidified HTC's reputation as an innovator in the burgeoning smartphone market. HTC's momentum continued with the release of the HTC Evo 4G in 2010, the first 4G-capable smartphone in the United States. This device boasted a large display, front and rear cameras, and high-speed connectivity, setting new standards for smartphone capabilities. By 2011, HTC's market share had climbed to 10.7%, positioning it as the third largest smartphone manufacturer globally, trailing only behind Apple and Samsung. During this period, HTC's stock price soared, reflecting investor confidence in the company's trajectory. The company's success was not only due to hardware innovation, but also strategic partnerships. In 2011, HTC acquired a majority stake in Beats Electronics, aiming to enhance the audio experience of its devices. This collaboration led to the integration of Beats audio technology into HTC smartphones, appealing to audiophiles and setting HTC apart from competitors. HTC's ascent was characterized by a series of industry firsts and a commitment to enhancing user experience. The company's ability to anticipate and respond to consumer needs allowed it to carve out a significant share of the smartphone market. However, as the industry evolved, HTC faced mounting challenges that would eventually lead to its decline. Factors leading to HTC's decline. Despite its early successes, HTC began to encounter several challenges that contributed to its decline in the smartphone market. HTC faced fierce competition from industry giants like Apple and Samsung. These companies had larger marketing budgets and stronger brand recognition, which allowed them to capture significant market share. Samsung, in particular, overtook HTC in sales around 2011, leveraging its extensive distribution networks and aggressive marketing strategies. HTC struggled with effective marketing strategies. Unlike its competitors, HTC's marketing campaigns failed to create a strong brand identity and resonate with consumers. This lack of impactful marketing made it difficult for HTC to compete against brands with more compelling advertising. HTC's product lineup suffered from a lack of clear differentiation. The company released numerous models with confusing naming conventions, leading to consumer confusion. This made it challenging for consumers to distinguish between different HTC models and understand their unique features. HTC struggled to keep pace with rapid technological advancements. While competitors introduced groundbreaking features and sleek designs, HTC's offerings began to feel outdated. The company's failure to deliver compelling new features led to a decline in consumer interest. HTC's financial performance declined significantly. The company's stock price fell by 90% since 2011, reflecting decreased investor confidence. In 2015, HTC reported net losses, highlighting its inability to maintain profitability amid declining sales. Leadership decisions also played a role in HTC's decline. The company's corporate culture was resistant to criticism and slow to adapt to market changes. This inflexibility hindered HTC's ability to respond effectively to evolving consumer preferences and industry trends. HTC's diversification into areas like virtual reality with the HTC Vive may have diverted focus from its core smartphone business. While the HTC Vive received positive reviews, the company's resources were stretched thin, impacting its ability to compete in the smartphone market. The aftermath and current status. In 2017, HTC sold a significant portion of its smartphone business to Google for $1.1 billion. This move provided HTC with much-needed capital, but also signaled its retreat from the competitive smartphone market. Despite the Google deal, HTC's smartphone division never fully recovered. By 2018, its global market share had dropped below 0.5%, and many carriers stopped offering HTC devices altogether. The company attempted a comeback with models like the HTC U12 Plus, but poor sales and lackluster innovation failed to reignite consumer interest. One of HTC's biggest missteps was its late entry into the budget and mid-range market. While brands like Xiaomi, Oppo, and OnePlus aggressively captured the affordable smartphone segment, HTC continued focusing on premium devices with high price tags, despite losing its premium customer base to Apple and Samsung. As a result, it became trapped in a no-man's land, unable to compete with flagship models or budget-friendly alternatives. With its smartphone division in free fall, HTC shifted its focus to virtual reality (VR). In 2016, it launched the HTC Vive, one of the first high-end VR headsets developed in partnership with Valve Corporation. The Vive received critical acclaim and was praised for its advanced tracking technology, but VR remained a niche market, failing to generate the massive revenues HTC needed to recover. By 2020, HTC released multiple VR products, including the Vive Pro and Vive Cosmos, targeting businesses and gaming communities. However, the market became increasingly crowded, with Meta's Oculus Quest and Sony's PlayStation VR dominating the consumer space. HTC continued to struggle financially, reporting consecutive quarterly losses. Today, HTC still exists, but operates in the shadows of its former glory. It releases a small number of smartphones each year, mostly in Taiwan and select Asian markets. But these models barely make an impact on the global stage. Financially, HTC remains a shadow of its past. From its peak valuation of $37 billion in 2011, the company is now worth less than $2 billion. Its workforce has shrunk significantly, and its presence in the smartphone industry is virtually non-existent.